got $1 million worth of pills.
She was on the run from the feds. I didn't know.
I went in with not one tattoo. First tattoo I got was a 6-drop teardrop
No,
thing.
not
that was
before the trial.
Yes, dude. I accepted that I was getting life. CO. And the dude was pissed.
Sounds like none of this is your fault.
It's definitely all my fault, bro.
This sounds crazy too, but
My life is not like many others.
Right.
So my mom and her husband, who I think is my dad and who is claiming to be my dad, I have his last name. When they separate, my biological father petitions for custody of me. Like being 6 years old and being told, like, these aren't your brothers. This isn't your dad. You're going to go live over here now. Your whole entire family you've known your whole life, they're gone, okay? This is your new dad. His name's Gary Costo. And your name's going to be Eric Costo, not Eric Ellison. So for me, like that right there is when my whole goal was just to sabotage everything because I thought the more fucked up shit that I did at that house, they would send me back. Like my new dad and my new mom wouldn't want me. Like,
Okay.
so like I flooded all the toilets in the house, locked all the doors, the bathroom doors from inside. Like,
Right.
you know, smashed certain shit. I did dumb shit thinking that they would kick me out. Like,
Right.
go back with your mom, go back, you know, with your brothers. I was too young to get it. But like, when you're that young and you start doing shit like that, it doesn't stop because parents are looking at you as a bad kid, but they don't know what you're really got going on in your head.
Right.
Teachers, you know, think you're a little asshole when, you know, really you just hate your home environment.
Well, I mean, it's not
Like
like
I
you were-
hated my father. He was
Well-
an asshole to me, dude.
Oh, okay.
He was a fucking hard father. I don't know why he ever fucking tried to get custody of me. At all. He fucking hated me. Once I got into 5th grade, I was 12 years old. That was the first time I ever figured out that my peers around me are a little slower with their way of thinking. And I could get money from my peers. I started selling cigarettes,
Oh, okay.
but I was selling them to all the older kids. That right there gave me something where, like, I don't need people.
Are you saying they're slower because you're just more of a hustler than they are, or are you going to like an SLD school or something? I mean,
No.
what's going on?
I
Like,
mean, like,
they're just
the way my
normal
brain,
kids.
the way my brain was, because of the things I seen and when I was around
you're
with
just
my
you're
dad.
growing up faster.
Yeah, and I noticed, like, I didn't have, like, there was kids that still believed in things that weren't real,
Right.
like Santa Claus and all that. And then I don't know. I still to this day can't explain how my brain works, but it's been a gift and a curse my whole life. Like, I just looked at things different.
So you're selling cigarettes at school. I'm assuming that's not you're not allowed to do that, right?
Yeah, and this is
Great
the
for
first
sure.
time I found out about
Yeah.
dudes are gonna tell.
Right.
So I'm in 5th grade, right? And 8th grade is the highest grade in junior high. This kid gets caught with a bunch of cigarettes and he says he's getting them from me. My dad owns a bar. I'm able to get my hands on a lot of people's cigarettes. So
Right.
I'm stealing from everybody in my dad's bar. I'm
Right.
pickpocketing them. I'm taking out their, their pile, whatever that shit is you put on your bar. When you're on the bar, you put your money.
Yeah.
Dudes get up, walk away. I'm taking that. Like,
I feel like you
just
should be
dumb
in
shit.
a bar anyway. But
no, I grew up in, I shouldn't have, but I was in that bar more than I was my house.
And this is the first time you were arrested by the alcohol, tobacco, and firearms. You know, I was just thinking when he's talking, how funny. Remember the babies when they would make a baby out of somebody? Remember they made a baby out the for the TikToks?
Oh, yeah,
and they made the baby out of Boziak with all the tattoos.
Yes.
Like, he'd be like as a 6-year-old telling this story. And so all my peers, he's got the tattoos on the little baby. Sorry.
You're good.
But I was thinking that would be insane. All right. Because even you're saying, I was 6, and all I can picture is I'm picturing you as a 6-year-old with the tattoos on your face. And I'm like, this kid.
Yeah, if I didn't go to prison, I would never have tattoos on me. Never. I got all these because I was a pretty boy. I looked like a bitch. Like, I looked like a girl. You know what I mean? I was 19.
What are you talking about, bro?
Yeah,
13 years. It ain't
Dude,
easy looking
I know.
like this.
Bro, I know.
Listen,
I wanted to ask you that.
A lot of people are asking to buy me tennis shoes. A lot of guys wanted to buy me tennis shoes. You need anything? You need it?
Yeah.
I got you. No, I'm good, bro. I'm good.
Bro.
Bro, you just give me a list, bro. No, I'm good. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks. I'm just looking for me a friend. It's a friendly place. You'll find somebody.
Yeah, dude. It's a friendly place. You'll find somebody, bro.
Yeah, I'm walking away.
Bro, everything I did was out of fear. Being honest.
No,
it wasn't out of like, I'm just this hard dude and I like, bro, I'm fucked up in the head and have nightmares from every violent act I've done because I wasn't built to hurt people.
I understand.
But I would be scared. And again, the way I think is different than others. Like, where a dude will cover up, I'm not. I'm going to swing.
Right.
Like, where somebody will run, I'm going to attack first. And that's the way my fear does me. It's not that I'm brave or I'm fucking like just, you know. I try to keep it real because my line of content I do is for the youth. And a lot of people brag when it's not reality.
Yeah.
People make prison seem way worse in some areas where it's not. And then they make it seem real cool in areas that it's not.
Yeah. No, I know. It's funny. Every time I watch a movie where there's a fight scene, it's like I've never seen a well-choreographed fight scene in my fucking life in prison. Or they fight for like 3 minutes, and I'm like, a long fight
3 minutes is a very long time.
A long fight is like 30 seconds. If it's a minute, these guys are exhausted. Like sometimes they'll just stop out of pure exhaustion.
Yeah.
The amount of energy you expend and the damage. I love when these guys get punched in the face 30 times in the movies. It's like, bro, every punch is breaking bones. You're losing teeth. You're breaking bones. I'm like, this guy's nose would be on the side of his face right now if he got hit that hard.
Yeah.
It's just not reality. It makes it look so. How many times I've seen people throw 10 punches, and I shit you not, one barely grazed the guy. 1 out of 10. It's like the sharpshooters where they boom in the movies. It's like, you have any idea how hard it is to fucking shoot someone from 40 feet away while you're running backwards? Like, that's not going to happen. So yeah, it's delusion. It's Hollywood. It's not reality. So let's go back. Let's go back to Dad. So when's the first time you get into trouble in school or something, or do you?
I eventually dropped out of school.
How old were you? And why?
So the area I'm at, my dad lives in Hopewell, which this area is upper class, like suburb area. My mom, she's in Aliquippa, which that's where I was originally from. And that's like the hood.
Right.
And I was living with my mom, and Hopewell found out. Somebody was ratting on me saying that I'm living in Quip and I'm going to Hopewell. Right. So they kicked me out of Hopewell, went to Aliquippa. I convinced my mom to let me do homeschool and did not do homeschool.
Right.
I got my boys. We were in row homes. And I convinced my mom to get my plugs, which she didn't know they were my plugs. She just thought they were my homies. I was selling at the time.
How old were you?
Ninth grade, freshman in high school.
What is that? 13 years old? 14?
15.
15? Okay.
15. But these dudes graduated. I was in high school, but
these are 19-year-old kids hanging out with a 15-year-old.
My whole life, dude.
That's already an issue.
Yeah.
The fuck are you hanging out with a 15-year-old? You're 19. But
yeah, my whole life, all my friends were way older than me. I couldn't relate to people my age.
Right.
Like, the only people that I was cool with that were my age were 4 girls. They were in my grade, and one of them I still date. I'm with her to this day.
I'm assuming there was an incentive there.
Yeah.
Okay, so, but why'd you drop out of school? So you dropped out
because I was dealing drugs.
Right. Okay. Yeah, and they made it difficult. Those fuckers. And so now you're living at home. You're homeschooling.
Yeah.
But so what? Your
Dude,
mom's...
them motherfuckers had parties going on every day.
Right.
All day, every day. And then when school let out, everyone my age came there.
Right.
So, like, I would be trying to do my homeschool, and they busted a hole out in our basement because our basement's connected.
Right.
The cement blocks or whatever. And they'd be blowing weed smoke through this little crack in the basement wall while I'm trying to do my homeschool shit. I'm just like, man, fuck this.
No, it sounds like none of this is your fault.
So it was definitely all my fault,
right.
bro.
So
yeah, everything was.
So you're 15. So what happened? I mean,
dude, in my head then, I just wanted to party and I wanted to numb myself.
Right.
Like, I didn't want to think about reality.
But your mom's, she's married to another guy now, or at least living with him, right?
Yeah, but at this time, it was just me and her.
Okay. Plus, you're 15.
She divorced
it's pretty much, by the time you're 15, it's almost impossible to fix. At this point, you're almost a grown man. I mean, maybe not mentally, but, physically, it's hard to control a 15-year-old kid.
The police were trying to get me all the time. Like, she was. I was an asshole. Yeah, dude, I didn't listen to anything. And my mom's a good mom.
Yeah, but she's also 115 pounds. She's sitting in the next room. So, she's not controlling a 15-year-old boy.
Yes. So she would try to call the police.
Yeah.
And that's what started the police hating me.
Right.
Was them always having to, do their job.
Right.
Fine.
Right. Those fuckers.
Yeah.
You just leave me alone and let me sell drugs.
Well, no, they were literally telling my mom, like, because they knew me, and our police are crooked.
Right.
Like, they would find me and they would take my shit. Like, take my drugs.
Right.
Take whatever weapons I had on me. For themselves, not to bust
No, I understand. And then just drop you back off at home?
And then,
It's a better alternative than going to jail.
And
so
then,
when do you go to jail? When do you get arrested a few times? Do you go to juvie?
No, that's never. As a juvenile, I never got caught doing anything. I did get told once I got my homicide, kids told on me for a bunch of shit.
Right.
But statute of limitations on the one major case that
well, let's get to that. Hold on. Let's So you're 15, I don't understand. So are you selling drugs out of your house?
I started off hustling bud. Then it moved to pills, and then I was hustling H.
Where are you getting this stuff? Like, I mean, it's not like there's a dark market web you're ordering it from. You got to know a guy that knows a guy.
And I'm glad you asked that, because most people don't. I didn't know anyone. So my older cousin, I was in 8th grade and he was in 11th grade. So he's a junior and I'm not even in high school. And him and 2 other friends, they wanted to connect also. And I got sent to Northview Heights projects in Pittsburgh. They sent me in there by myself. They had me hop the fence, and they just had me ask.
Just start asking around?
Yeah, bro. They just, and like, I knew they were all scared.
Right.
to do. You guys don't know anybody. It's saying our projects. We're not even from, like, we're from Aliquippa. We're not from Pittsburgh, and being young, like,
Right.
but yeah. And, bro, the second person I talked to was like, yeah, I got you, youngin'. Oh, you wild as hell. You wild as hell. You better not be doing this shit. And I was like, no, hustling it. And it was just cool. Like,
So that guy
that was
becomes
my first plug.
becomes your plug? And,
Not him. He brought me.
brought you to a guy.
Yeah. Yeah. And
Sounds like he's second in the conspiracy.
I got a bunch of, like, dude, that was this whole line of many. It started with him, and then
Why did they get? Did they get popped or something?
All the time, dude. Yeah, all the time. Or they get a different phone and they start, like, the way you hustle out our way, phones.
Yeah.
Out Philly, that's all block. You don't need a phone. You're going to the block. Pittsburgh, yeah, you're switching phones all the time. You're going to be swapped. Like, I might have a whole bunch of clientele on my phone. My phone's worth a lot of money. My phone rings all fucking day. I could trade that with somebody else that got a phone like that.
Is it also you concerned like maybe somebody they know gets busted, so everybody swaps phones right then just to throw off the cops so they can't?
Yeah, say somebody's CIing and shit like that. Well, like, people are, like, yeah, just to cause confusion.
So how much are you? What are you selling, and how much are you selling a week? And are you also getting? This is where you're getting the painkillers also. So, another plug.
Yeah, like, a lot of people were friends of my dad's that were in the bar. Aliquippa, we're known for straight C. Okay,
Right.
So Pittsburgh is known for all the H. In Aliquippa, we had all the C on lock then.
Okay.
It was just everywhere. It was not hard to get anything, bro. It's just certain people are scared to ask or don't know how to talk to other people or don't know how to, like, notice that's the dude that has the shit and these dudes are workers. Like, I used to sit and watch shit, you know? Like, I'm not observant.
So what are you making? A few $100s a week or 500 or what? I mean, you're still
I would never
15.
even be able to say, because sometimes I partied too much and was down, and then I'd be doing robberies.
So
I'd be up.
How's a robbery? How does that happen? Like,
I'm not trying to talk shit on anybody back home. So I won't say, like, any names and stuff like that, but anybody that was hustling that I wasn't cool with, I was robbing. And people were embarrassed to be robbed by me because I was little as fuck and I'm white.
So, I mean, can you give an example of one and how's that get set up? Like, how does that happen? How does that even happen?
Well, I did like thinking, like, I would have a $100 bill on the outside and a bunch of ones on the inside. And if he finds it, I got my weapon. My first what was my first one? Dude, I have a lot. Like,
I know. It's not good when you have to think about the first one. Let me look back. Let me think about this.
I was with, whoa. Okay. My first one was with my victim.
Okay.
Of my homicide.
Right. So this is
him and my cousin.
How do you know this guy?
My mom grew up with his mom, neighbors.
And they're still friends?
And
were they?
We became friends as babies because they had us together.
Right.
Literally, there's a picture of me and my victim,
right,
in a bathtub as babies.
Okay.
They had me, him, and my cousin.
What's his name?
Jimmy.
Jimmy. Okay.
Jimmy. That was my boy.
So you're in the neighborhood. Does Jimmy and his mom still live in the same neighborhood close to you guys, or is it miles away? Or
so that's when they were growing up, but it was my aunt and cousin that lived right next to them. So my aunt ended up taking over the family home, and then Jimmy's mom took over their family home. So I would be going down to visit my aunt and cousin and Jimmy was the neighbor.
So you were 15 years old, and you guys decide to rob somebody, or how does that?
Yeah, I was always being the crash dummy.
Right.
When you're the young one and you're around all the older kids, yeah, dude. And I was supposed to give them the money and say that I got it for my birthday. And it was over 2 bricks.
Give who?
Which
who money?
was okay, so they wanted to rob this dude that just started selling bricks of H.
Okay.
And their bricks are 50 bags, not keys. Okay. So these are 50 stamp bags H. Right?
What's a bag go for?
At this time, they were going for $10, $15.
Okay.
In suburbs, they're going for $20, $25. So we were going to rob them for 2 bricks. So at the time, that's like
$8,000.
Yeah, dude. No, like 1,000.
Oh,
it was like $1,000.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
And I was supposed to give them the money, but if they open it, that's what the whole thing was. So I was the one that was to do that shit. And dude did open it, and I gripped it out of his hand, and I ran, and he grabbed my shirt, he caught me, and my cousin ran over and punched him. My cousin was big as shit. He punched him right in his shit, and he fell back. We ran out, and we got in the car and took off. And then we actually seen him the very next day at this festival in our area. It was like a community festival and shit. And my cousin said to him, "What the fuck are you looking at?" And he just kept it pushing. And that, I remember feeling like proud of myself in a fucked up way.
Mm-hmm.
I thought I was something. I remember thinking that, like, cool, he's scared.
What, 15 to feel powerful? That's a drug in and of itself, because you are so helpless at 15, right? Like it's not like you're a grown man. It's not like you're educated and have a future. You're just trying to survive.
And I hated myself, bro. Like, just how my life was and everything, especially my relationship with my dad. Like, I didn't care if I lived or died every day. And that's what a lot of people that are close to me, they couldn't figure out, like, why I just didn't care about anything. And, like, really, like, I would hope that I would die at some point in the day. Like, I just...
This sounds like partially a chemical imbalance, right? So, you know what I mean? Like, you can have... Probably should be medicated. I was medicated up until I went to prison, and then they took away the medication. Yeah. So I would wake up in the morning and think, oh my God, I can't do this. I can't, and mentally, and Colby's heard me say this, where I used to wake up every morning. I would wake up, and there would be just that. It's only a few, it's only whatever, a few minutes, maybe a minute or so. And my first thought was, of course, I'm waking up, I'm in prison. I'm not on medication anymore, because I was on Paxil for probably 10 years. It's for anti-anxiety. And I'm in prison. I'm facing forever. I still got it ahead of me. And I would sit there and I would think, how long or how much dental floss do I have to buy to make? Because that's what they, you've seen guys hang themselves, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, and I would calculate, like, after like 2 o'clock count or something, like you've got a couple, the guard leaves. He's not coming back for 3-4 hours. They just leave.
Yeah.
And I would think, like, after 2 o'clock count, and nobody's in the bathroom at that point, right? Because this was at the low, they had like a group bathroom. So I would think you could go into the handicap stall, and if you stood on the thing and you drop yourself, boom, you're not going to be able to get yourself back up. You're on the wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mentally would go through it, and how long, and they only sell you so much dental floss. You can't go in and buy like 6 rolls.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, if I bought one this time and this, then I start do that. But after a minute or so, I would tell myself, this is not rational. What are you doing? What are you doing? Stop thinking like this. Stop thinking like. And I would tell myself, get up, get some coffee. If you get some coffee, you like coffee, get some coffee. And I'd roll over and I'd walk and I'd go get coffee and come back and I'd drink the coffee. I feel a little bit better. And then I'd think, you know what you do? You have to meet Pete. You have to meet Pete at lunch. You like Pete. Pete's a good guy. I'd meet Pete. And I think, okay, things not so bad. It's not so bad. Then I had an appointment, maybe at 2:00. I have to meet somebody. I'm writing his story. I'm meet him to take notes. And okay, I'm going to meet that guy. It's a good story. It's a good story. And you just ordered all this stuff. It's good. So it's going to be okay. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. And then by dinner time, 4:00, just after 4:00 count, I think, it's not. This is not a bad life. You're with some good guys. You got a good group of guys. You got a good routine. Everything's good. And then then you'd have dinner, and after dinner, it'd be like, you're building a library of true crime stories. You're meeting some of these are great people.
Yeah.
And you got some stuff in the court.
Yeah.
And you're gonna win this motion. And then by 10:00, after 10:00 count, and I'm laying in bed, I'm thinking, I'm gonna win this motion. They're gonna cut my sentence. I'm gonna be out of this fucking prison. This is gonna be a good experience. I'm gonna fucking take over, bro. I'm gonna make a comeback. This is gonna be all right. And then I go to sleep and I wake up in the morning and I think, how much dental floss do I have to buy to weave a rope? I mean, listen,
I promise you, I know
every-
exactly what you're saying.
every day where
I know
you're
exactly what you're saying.
thinking, how do you end it? While simultaneously thinking to myself, this is irrational. You're thinking irrationally. It's the little angel and the little devil. One of them saying, just do it. This isn't a life worth living. And the other one saying, that's not true. This is just a different type of life. Everybody has a
The
different
way
type of
you
life.
just explained that, though, like when you're going to bed, hype, like I got this, and then
The next day, I'm like rolling out of bed.
It's
Like I can't even
hard,
I don't even have the strength to push myself up. I'm like rolling out like, fuck, I'm so depressed.
yeah,
So horrible. Yeah, it is. It's mentally.
yep.
And I had what is it? I had some guy interview me. I told him that. And he said, dang, bro, like when does that, at what point does that stop? And I said, I'm going to let you know. I'm going to let you know. I mean,
Yeah.
things are better now, but it's still the same thing. Mornings are the worst for me. Nights, I'm ready, bro. I'm running for fucking president.
Yeah.
President.
Yeah. That's okay.
In my mind.
Yeah,
I'm like, that's how delusional I am. By about 8:30 or 9, I'm a fucking madman. I have to control myself not to say the insane fucking things that are going through my mind.
I'm speaking shit in existence over here.
I'm talking to somebody, and while we're talking, having a discussion, there's a whole nother mental discussion going on in my head where I'm thinking, I could probably be mayor. I could be mayor. You start off, you could be a city councilman, and then you could run for mayor. And then you could, and I'm like, and it seems now, of course, it's insanity. I know, like that's never going to happen. But in my mind, there's a whole nother world going on that makes sense. Now saying it out loud is like, you're fucking insane. That's never going to happen. But I'm telling you, 9:00 tonight, that's possible. That's possible. We got a felon as a fucking president right now. Why can't I be president?
Yeah, why?
Like insane. Yeah, it's insane. So anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead. So yeah, I know exactly what you're saying. Like throughout the day,
you hit the nail on the head. With
but
that,
everybody
man. Those are the roller coasters of emotion.
But you understand that it's just like your serotonin, right? Like it's just off. Like some people, it's different times of the day, and it's like bipolar people. They have that spike, and then it drops back. Sometimes it'll go for a week. And then they'll run up all their fucking credit cards and buy a Lamborghini. And then they come back down and they're like, what the fuck did I just do? And other people have it and they spike literally for 20 minutes and come back down and they're perfectly okay again.
Yeah.
But everybody's different. Some people, of course, it's just always low. It's always low. Or some people, it's always, I guess, always high and they're just fucking megalomaniacs and who knows? Maybe they make it work for them. Maybe they don't. They either end up being a CEO or they end up getting a life sentence.
Yeah,
there's only
ain't that fine line, man.
It's a very fine line. Yeah, very fine. Listen, I met some fucking
line
brilliant guys in prison. Brilliant.
Brilliance and insanity is fine. There's a quote that I read, something like that.
So did you ever get robbed?
Oh yeah.
How, tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me that.
I got robbed twice.
Okay. How old were you?
The first time, 12. Yeah, it was at this place called Lakewood Fest. And dude was older, like probably, I don't know, a senior, maybe even out of high school. And I was fucking not even like barely in junior high. But I was trying to cross this bridge with a couple other kids to go through this trail. They have like these woods that go all around this festival. They have hiking trails you could go through. And the dude was like, you got to pay the toll to get across here. This fucking crackhead was charging little kids to go. Like, now I'm older. I know what you were doing.
Right.
You're a little crackhead fucking taxing us youngins to get across this bridge. But I told him no. And he got, like, I'm a little kid, dude, but he got in my shit. It was like, what?
Strong arm robbery. Right?
Uh-huh. And yeah, he smacked me across, like, not my face, but the top of my head, kind of hard, yoked me up. And I did. I had $20 in my pocket. He took that shit. But I went and told my dad. That was one thing my dad was good for, was anytime shit would happen to me, I went to him, that shit would get solved quick. But my dad had him choked up on that bridge. And like all these people had to like pull him off of him. Dude's name was Bird. If Bird's watching this right now, if you're still alive.
This is the crackhead?
Yeah. I remember his name was Bird. They called him Bird. But Bird robbed me.
What was the second one?
The second one was one of my close friends.
So what happened there? He knew you had product, or what was it?
Before I get into the second robbery, I got to explain this because it ties into it. So everyone was hurting for pills, I noticed.
Right.
Everyone was out. So I'm thinking hard, who can I hit? What can I fucking do? Because like we're all sick. We're all kids. And we're fucking pill sick, all of us. And I was one of them that I looked out for everyone, dude. I started casing out. I got drove to this other county right by us, and I'm just casing different pharmacies out.
Right.
And I skateboarded and rode bikes at the time. So I would skate in the parking lot and shit, and I would try to watch people taking their breaks because I was always looking at doors. A lot of people don't realize this, but a lot of business doors, they have mail slots. And when you're a little fucking kid, your arms are skinny enough to go through that mail slot and hit that bar. You know, back then, that's what you're using. So I used that a lot, bro, growing up. You'd be surprised how many businesses have doors where that mailbox slot is right there, and you literally just lift up and boom, tap. So I eventually saw one. It was the third spot we looked at, and these ladies are smoking, and I ended up talking to one of them, and I looked in and I saw nothing but pills. Big bottles. Not like
where they come in the big vat bottles, right? Like they're like
1,000.
a big, yeah,
1,000, everyone. And I'm like, oh shit, there it is. So me and 6 friends of mine, all had got walkie-talkies. Back then, like it wasn't, not everyone had cell phones.
Right.
We used walkie-talkies, and I went in through just like that. But what I didn't know is there was a silent alarm.
Yeah, I was going to say.
So I don't know there's a silent alarm. I'm in there. I fill up 2 garbage bags by the time I fill these 2 garbage bags up, well, actually, let me explain this. So I go on a website called pills.com.
Right.
And I studied generic names, like all these.
Yeah, so you know what you're looking at. You realize like they don't call them,
Yeah, and
Oxy.
I was looking for medicine too that like could diabetes, like anything
valuable.
Yeah.
Right.
And that was before, Chat GPT and all that. You had to like really fucking do your research. But I did all that, made a list, went in, and there's lights fucking that are just shining through this one window. And
once you fill the garbage bags full of pills, you see the lights.
Now I stuff these bags because I see the lights. I didn't run. I actually hid in the place. And they had no clue.
Okay.
So I was in there the whole fucking time. So whoever was in there, these police, and I hear them talking, and
do the owners show up? Like you hide, and then the cops come
I can't see anybody.
Right.
All I could do is hear. But I did hear a guy say, "It got to be one of my fucking employees." So like, it had to be the owner.
Right.
But
are you in the ceiling? Like, where are you hiding in this?
I'm in a cabinet up above this sink, and it had no dividers.
Right.
And I'm just like laying. And I just laid there until they were done talking, and then I waited a minute, bro, because I was scared to come out. Maybe like an hour or so, and then I popped out, and my bags that I filled were still in the bottom cabinet, not fucked with, and I just rolled right out of there. Once I realized that there was a silent alarm, I knew the time frame.
Right.
So now I know I got to be fast and da-da-da. So I smack them again.
The same place?
Uh-huh.
How long do you wait?
Like a week. Like a week or two. And smack them again. And everybody is just saying, Eric got $1 million worth of pills. Eric got $1 million worth of pills. Like that was the rumor.
Yeah.
And funny thing, right? This is how I got caught by my mom. Cause like all my friends are now talking about this. It's in my dad's bar. My dad is like, people saying you did this in the book, And then my mom was cleaning my room or getting something out of my room, and I had one of them big, huge bears that you win in, festivals, whatever. They're like 3 feet. My mom went to move it, and she's like, "This fucking bear sounds like a baby rattle," because there's like 100,000 pills in this fucking bear. Oh, but yeah, that's.
Does she say something to you?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I was literally, I put my mom through hell, bro. I feel so bad about what my mom went through. Because I was just an asshole. I wasn't thinking about anybody but myself. The only thing that I will say, out of everybody I grew up with that was into shit, I never took shit off my mom. I fucking robbed dealers. All of them fucking robbed their moms and their dads and their grandparents and shit. My mom could have $1 million sitting on the table. I wouldn't take a penny from my mom. But I did put her through. I feel bad about that shit, man. I put her through hell, dude. Because I was always just doing the most like that. And then our town, everybody knows everybody's business. So no matter what I did, it always came to my mom and dad. They heard about it. At this time, everyone in the neighborhood, they knew I was up. I did this lick, and I got a whole entire pharmacy's worth of pills. who ended up betraying me, who I found out, was one of my cousins.
Okay.
One of my cousins let his homies, who they were all they did is rob drug dealers too. But these dudes were like way more violent than me. Like I'm trying to make sure there's no violence when I'm hitting licks. If it comes to that, then it comes to that. But that's like the last thing I want. They want that shit. So my cousin gets a hold of them, tells them that I'm up, I got all this shit, and that I'm having a party. And I ended up finding this out by a girl we grew up with. But there's a knock on the basement door, and the party's already going. It's already packed.
Like there's 20 people down there? 10 people? What?
Yeah, close to 20.
Okay.
Close to 20 people. And we're all smoking, drinking, and my boy Brett gets up, goes to the door, and we got a peephole. And the front of this row home, I want to explain this so you can like picture it in your head. So this row home, the back entrance of it, there's an alley. So no one can see you. Like that's where everybody comes to cop. That's what we hustle out of.
Right.
And then the front, there's no bullshit.
Super private.
Yeah. So my girlfriend at the time, her face is what is in front of the peephole. And he sees her, so he opens the door. And as soon as he opens the door, there's a dude with a ski mask with a gun to her head. And there's two other dudes with ski masks, and they got guns also. And they slammed her. As soon as they came in, they grabbed her and slammed her off the wall. And then I'm back towards the back of the basement, and I'm on a couch. And they said, "Who's Eric Costo?" And I was just like, I literally, as soon as he said it, these motherfuckers, my friends didn't even give me time to stand up. Everybody, well, yeah. But he told me, where's the shit? And I don't know why, still to this day, I don't fucking know why I thought this was smart, but I didn't want to give up my shit. So I said, yeah, it's over there in that toolbox, but it's hidden in a secret compartment. And again, like that part, I don't know why that popped in my head, because I just knew I could grab something in that toolbox and crack one of them. And I'm literally thinking I know. And in my head, I'm like, I could crack one of them, get his gun. And then dude, I don't know. I was an idiot.
You've been watching too much Jason Bourne.
Yeah, dude. And I've had too much confidence. Like I could do this. Like I know I could do this. But no. I grabbed it was some big wrench. Pipe wrench.
Right.
I swung, didn't even hit him. And then next thing I know, I woke up. They beat my head. They pistol whipped the fuck out of me. And they took Kristen and they dipped. Like, I don't know if they thought they killed me and that's why they ran without getting what they came for.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I woke up and I was like all out of it. Everyone was looking at me. I had blood all over me and shit. I'm just like, what? And then I remembered it just came to me, like, what the fuck happened? And I ran outside. Kristen was on the ground, laying on the ground. And I remember hearing, bok, 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 bok. They saw me and they fucking started shooting at me. So I dove on Kristen and I dove on top of her and I fell out again.
Are they down the alleyway?
Yeah.
Like they're making their escape, but they see you run out of the back.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's the back.
Yeah, and I'm assuming that they thought I had a gun and was about to dump on them because they just started firing on me. And the neighbors, obviously, hearing all the gunshots, they called the police. And I was out of it, dude. I jumped on top of her, and then I woke up when the ambulance people were there. The police were fucking. These cops hated me already at this point. I'm out of it. And this cop's in my face, trying to get me to rat on who did it. And I'm like, I don't know who the fuck did it. Like,
do you know who did it? Or did you?
Now,
okay.
Now I do.
All right.
But at the time, no.
And then after that,
I had to go to the hospital. The police called my dad, and he was like, he turned 18 tonight. Tell him to figure it out. Because I needed somebody to get me from the hospital because I was all fucked up.
Right.
Yeah. And that was when me and him were done.
So like a year goes by and.
Yeah, other than, oh shit. Why I wanted to stop. Because right before I caught my homicide, I wanted to change my life on my own.
I can help you.
My memory,
Yes.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jeremy's situation freaked me out. But
You go live with Brian. You meet Emily.
oh my God, I forgot about all that.
Okay, hang on 1 second. So dealing in the north side. And then you want to quit. And then I got your job.
Yeah.
You did quit. And I got you.
Okay, yeah. Dang.
You have any idea the fact that your mom is here telling you all this?
I-
How bizarre that is.
Yeah,
This
dude.
is like I see my 93-year-old mother going, and then don't you remember that?
Then you were trapping
Yeah,
in the
you were-
north side.
Oh my God.
And then you went to the north side and started trapping.
Yeah, but to be brutally honest, when you have a drug problem, you're on drugs.
Yeah.
And you can't remember. And I was always with him and helping.
And sober, and her brain was good.
Oh my gosh. All right.
Yeah, I've never lied to my mom about shit. But, she knows everything, dude.
You should keep the mom thing in there.
Yeah, dude.
You should keep the mom thing in
Yeah,
there.
dude.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. Okay, so what? All right. So you moved or got a job or
Yeah,
you met Emily?
Yeah.
Who's Emily?
Emily is a girl Emily's a big part of the prison thing and
Okay.
the shooting and all that. So I meet her at a party. Again, I'm super young and I'm around all older dudes. She was into C.
Right.
So the dude that has all the C, he's on H.
Mhm.
So he gets the shit from me.
Right.
And that's how I met her. And we were just flirting and shit. And she kept calling me a little boy. And 2 nights later, she ended up hitting me up randomly. Like, because she was clowning on me the whole time. Like, she wasn't showing no interest. But then 2 days later, my phone rings and it's her. And we just started hanging out, hooked up. And it was it from there. Like, the chick came to me and my boy's spot every day. So where I'm living now, right? After that robbery shit happened, me and my boy are living with his dad. And his dad is on C,
Mhm.
but on the hard C.
Okay.
So the arrangement that we have with my boy's dad is we'll make sure that he's good.
Yeah, he's taken care of.
Yeah, and then we get to trap and party ourselves. And that's what we did, dude. And there was no bills to be paid because this dude had family money and they just let him do whatever and they
Right.
paid for everything. So we're trapping out of here and I really don't know what, like, if it was just a combination of everything in life, but I remember it was nothing out of the ordinary happened, but I start breaking down crying. And I'm just thinking about everything fucked up that happened to me and my friends through childhood. Like, I don't know what made me do, but I'm really crying, dude. Like, and I'm thinking about all my friends that are gone before they even got to have a family themselves or even go to college or just have a life. And I remember calling my mom and telling her, like, I'm done. I don't want to do this shit no more. Like, I don't want to hurt people no more. I don't want to do any of this shit. And I was praying too. Like, I was asking God to, like, forgive me for everything. And, like, kind of like what we were talking about with that guy.
Right.
I felt like I'm never going to get into heaven. And I was thinking about that before I even got a homicide charge. But something also was in my gut, had to be, because I found out once I got booked for my homicide that there was an undercover in CI buying H from me.
Right.
And I literally just apologized. I found out who the informant was.
Right.
It was somebody you grew up with. And I just apologized to him like 2 weeks ago on Facebook. Like, I knew it was you.
Right.
Like, I knew it was you, and I have no hate in my heart no more. Bro, the things we do in this life when we're in the streets, you don't realize what the drugs are actually doing. You think it's for like the fun and the feeling and all that, and you feel confidence and energy, whatever. But I feel when you're doing fucked up shit like that, that is the only way that a normal person, a normal human being with a good heart can deal with that shit. Like, any human being that can wake up and be like, my goal today is to hurt someone in the worst way I can. You're not human. So, like, I didn't want to be a piece of shit no more, dude. And I called my mom. At the time, she was working at this airport, and she got me a job on a line. Literally food that they give on the airplane. And I'm just in an assembly line and shit. And that's what I was doing. And my girl, I feel I corrupted the shit out of her. She was older than me, but I feel guilty for,
Right.
you know, when I stopped, she didn't want to. And she's been an atheist. She never believes in God or a life after this or anything. I don't know what she does now, but she got my phone. She had my phone and she kept hustling. Well, the one day, me and my mom are off, and this is the day that the homicide happened. So I could take you from the morning all the way up. So, like, me and my mom are both off work, and it's my first real job. I'm paying taxes and shit. So I thought it was cool that we're both off and we're just chilling, watching movies all day. Like, I don't know. I know that sounds dumb, but to me, like, I know I put my mom through hell, and I know she's proud right now that I'm just sitting next to her. I'm not in no bullshit. But Emily showed up, which she was staying with us too. She's with me. We're married.
Right.
Fucking, yeah, did I say that? We got married?
No.
Yeah, my mom and her parents didn't want us, having sex without being married.
That seems like the least of your problems.
Like, I know, that's why I'm laughing now, but, and yeah, I just said, yeah, whatever. And we went to a magistrate.
All right.
I borrowed one of her dad's, because back then that was when like oversized shit was in.
Right.
So I had like big ass koozie shit on, and I took one of her dad's dress shirts, and it's all like oversized shit. I'm wearing, dude, that shit was stupid as hell. But yeah, I did it for them. Got married.
So she comes home.
Yeah, we were staying with her parents. We ended up staying with her parents. They have this like nice ass farm, horses, and all this shit. And I was also trapping out of there. And that's when the undercover cop came into the picture. One of the dudes I was hustling to that I grew up with, he said he had this line at this college where he could get rid of a lot of my shit for more money.
Mm-hmm.
And who he introduced me to wasn't somebody from fucking Slippery Rock. It was a fucking cop. Right. So they got 2 bad sales off me. And then I caught my homicide, so their case was done.
Right.
But they were building one when I caught my homicide.
So at the day you're with your mom watching TV, your wife comes home.
Yeah, she comes home and she's like, I need you to come with me. Who she said was a plug that would not deal with her, wanted to deal with me. And that was her story.
Okay.
And I say her story because you'll hear when it goes on. No idea what went down really. But my mom doesn't want me to leave. Knows what, my mom knows everything that's going on. And I go in my room and I'm like, I'm going, and I'm grabbing my gun, and she freaks the fuck out because she ran in the room, seen that shit, snapped out about the gun, told me not to take it with me. And I remember looking at her, I'm like, Mom, do you know how many people want to blow my shit off?
Right.
Like, I have to have this on me at all times. Like, and I left. And me and Emily, we drove to Alan's house. Alan was somebody that had more money to give to her so she could get more for herself. This is how she broke it down to me. He has money. He needs shit. He's going to give it to me up front, and I'm going to go meet dude and whatever. And we go to Alan's house, and he's not there. When I come back in the car, his house, you go around the back, knock on the door. By the time I come around, as soon as I get back in the car, she got out and said, I'm going to knock on the door and see if he's still there. Like, that makes no sense. I just did that. He's not there. So that was the first thing that was like, that's weird.
Right.
When she comes out from behind the house and comes back in the car, she says she talked to him, that he called her and we're to go to Wendy's and wait for him. Wendy's is not far from where he lives. It's literally like a minute down the road, and it's in a shopping plaza in Aliquippa. This plaza is a spot where a lot of people hustle and a lot of kids meet up before parties and shit like that. That's all pre-social media days.
Right.
But we park, and once we park in Wendy's, she gets out, says she has to go to the bathroom. I think that she has nothing, that she has no drugs, and that she's getting sick, that she needs some H.
Right.
So when she goes in there, she's in there for a minute. And I remember thinking in my head, like, what the fuck? Like, that's weird. Like, why are you in the bathroom that fucking long? She comes out, sits down, we're talking, and I remember saying, like, I'm pissed off. Like, this is annoying as fuck. When are they going to be here? I'm not waiting forever. And out of nowhere, like, I didn't see this shit coming. I was lacking for real. Like, but they parked 10 cars. They parked 10 cars down for me. And they, like, not army crawled, but crouched and went all in between the cars. And they opened the driver door and ripped me the fuck out. Like, you see, I'm little dude. Like,
Right.
I'm not a big dude. And, yeah, I went right out the fucking car, dude. Went right to the ground.
Who is they?
My boy, Jimmy.
Okay.
And I don't know who ripped me out at first, right?
Right.
But and I'm glad you said that, dude, because when I looked up and realized who was fucking me up, I couldn't believe the shit. I couldn't believe that he's trying to fucking rob me.
Right.
He's, like, strong arm shit. We had what we had going on, because you heard Jimmy's name a bunch of times
Right.
throughout this story. Jimmy stole a strap, a pipe, and he wanted to get rid of it for H. And I'm the dude to do that. Anytime anybody got a strap, that came to me.
Mhm.
I was able to off the shit. And he told me he had a 38. It wasn't a 38, it was a 32. So, like, you're trying to scam. Dude gave me less than what he was supposed to give because you said something else.
Mm.
He don't say nothing until the H is gone. The H is gone, and now he's like, Eric, you owe me more money, bro. You owe me more money or more shit. I'm like, bro, you gave me a 30. Like, no, that's what the dude gave you, and you took it.
Right.
Like, you shouldn't have took it then if that's not what you wanted. And that's what our whole shit was over. That's it.
How much as far as money?
Fucking
$100, $50.
well, I already gave him shit, so like half a bundle,
What's
like 5 bags,
Is that
5 bags of H, dude. That's $50. Yeah,
Over $50.
like $50.
So he's robbing you now over $50.
Yes.
Okay.
So he's sick. Jimmy was working at a pizza place, Scooch's Pizza. From what I got out of it later, he was dope sick.
Mhm.
He was talking to Alan. They're both sick. Apparently Emily is sick, and maybe she fucked the money up. I don't know, because she lied about everything, like, and was doing the most, dude.
And they all know you're good.
That I can get, yeah. And if we don't have, I'll rob or get whatever. Like, everybody used me.
Right.
I had a heart, dude. Like, if anybody came up to me that I had love for and told me they didn't have, I would do whatever for them.
Right.
And yeah, dude. But their plan was to fuck me over. And I don't know if it was because I went and got a real job, and I wasn't helping all day, every day with their drug shit no more.
So they're right now. You're on the ground, and they're kind of beating the hell out of you.
And it is your
Yeah.
wife. Your wife and this guy have conspired to kind of set this up.
Yeah, but I don't know this. Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
at the
this
time.
came out with my lawyer got a private investigator. My lawyer, he got a private investigator, retired state cop, and he found out a lot. He was the one that was able to get, because nothing made sense.
Right.
Like, how the fuck do you know I'm here? How did you pop up? All that shit didn't make sense. But
Right. So they were there waiting for you. Obviously, they're waiting for. She was there to lure you to the spot, and then she goes in.
but she never admitted that.
No,
Still
well,
denies
she's not,
it.
of course not.
Yeah,
She's
was
not gonna-
star witness for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
So yeah, you're on the ground.
You're on the ground.
Yeah, I'm on the ground. They're kicking, and so quick. I grew up wrestling, dude. I grew up wrestling and playing sports. I fucking grabbed his ankle. I locked that shit, and I rolled my body, and I got him on the ground. And my gun was in between the center console and the driver's seat. Soon as I reached my body, I wish I could move around, but I didn't even get fully up to my feet. So I'm like half
Right.
crawling, and my hand just touched it, and boom, cracks me in the back of my head. My face now is buried in Emily's lap, and I get hit a couple more times in the back of my shit, flipped over. I never let go of that gun, and say the steering wheel,
Right.
half my body is under it, and my legs are hanging out the driver's side.
Right.
He's on top choking. He was not choking crazy at first. It was more to fucking bang my head and like rattle me.
Right.
You know? But the first time that he pinched my windpipe,
Right.
that's in my head. I'm like, I'm gonna shoot him.
Yeah.
like I can't, I'm gonna die like this, dude. And like, I did not want to fucking do this, dude. I didn't want to do this to him. But
does he even realize you have the gun?
Yeah.
Okay.
I even said it because he let me breathe. He fucking was like, shut my shit off. And then right when I was like feeling like he let me breathe, like he wasn't holding it the whole time. And that gasp of air, I yelled out, my fingers on the trigger and I'm going to fucking shoot you.
Right.
And as soon as I finished saying that, shut my shit. And I, with the, under the steering wheel, I threw it right under his armpit and I shot. And as soon as I shot, he let go. And I literally was able to push him off. And he did not realize he was shot. He's looking at me like we're locked. Our eyes are locked. Like, and when you just do something like that to somebody, like, and you have a soul, like you have feelings and shit, like I know, like, this is bad, dude. Like, I just hurt my friend bad, and he was just trying to fucking hurt me bad. Like, this is fucked up, and
so
my whole shit changed to helping him.
You're still kind of laying in the driver's side, in the seat, feet hanging out, and he's outside the vehicle now, standing up.
Yeah, but now I'm getting up, and I'm yelling at him in front of because there's witnesses, man. This is broad daylight.
The other guy's still
like
there?
3 in the afternoon.
He didn't run when he heard the gunshot?
Yeah, he did at first, but then he ran back. And then like all these other people that were inside Wendy's, a couple people were in the parking lot. Like I could see other people. And
is he realizing he got shot at this point?
So he's literally doing he's feeling all over himself. But what he doesn't realize is I stuck it under his armpit and fired. But he's feeling in the front, like he got shot in the front. But I scream, "Why the fuck did you make me do this? Why and I still have the gun in my hand, which I know that's fucked up because there's people around, there's innocent people around, and anybody watching this that's seen that, and I always say this, the paramedic, I feel so bad what I did to him mentally with that. There was a paramedic young, and that was his first ever fucking scene as a paramedic. And when I shot Jimmy, like I said, we tried to get away. Like, I was like, why the fuck did you make me do this, bro? Like, we got to get the fuck out of here. And I ran a little bit with him towards his car. They got in. I turn around, run back to my car. I get in, back up, and I'm flying. They went behind me. But what I didn't know is he bled out and didn't make it out of the parking lot.
Okay.
And he drove. Alan was so scared. He didn't get shot.
Right.
He was too scared to drive. Like, he was like that. And, but Jimmy fell out. And, again, I didn't find this out till I was in jail years later. One of the family members told me this was his first job. It was a paramedic. And he was in there with him. And apparently Jimmy kept grabbing him and saying, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And that, like, just, he, ended up going out while holding him and looking him in his eyes and saying that. And that traumatized that dude. And, like, he quit. He apparently had to see, like, all this therapist and all this shit.
You didn't know that was going to be a part of the job? What'd you think you were going to show up for fucking...
I guess he thought he could slowly work his way up. And I don't know. But yeah, bro. And I just always felt bad about that shit.
So he didn't make it. Basically, the car stops or stalls, and the paramedics show up, but you're gone.
Alan leaned over and threw the car in park.
Right.
And I'm getting out of there. I'm trying to get rid of my gun.
Right. So you take off.
Yeah, I take Mom.
Alan and your wife are really the only people that know.
And she's in the passenger seat with me.
But they're the only people that know that you're the one that shot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Because the other people, I doubt anybody there is anybody getting
Jimmy
tagged.
did not rat on me.
Okay.
Jimmy didn't snitch on me. They asked him a bunch of times who shot you, and he never gave my name. It was Alan and Emily.
Okay.
Just, yeah.
Wait a minute.
Alan was the dude that said he had money to throw up.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
okay.
I'll give you more money and then, bring my stuff. Later, what we found out is my wife, Emily, and Alan were hooking up.
Okay.
Like, behind the scenes. So, when I got a job, apparently that was her new get high, run around buddy.
Right.
And I don't know why they wanted to set me up. I wasn't like, I don't know. I don't know what the point of that was.
I mean, I think that they're assuming they're going to get H or cash from you.
No, they knew I didn't have any of that. That's the whole crazy part. They knew I didn't have any of that shit.
Oh, okay.
If I did, he wouldn't have been dead. That's all he wanted.
Right.
And then we found out later that Emily did have H.
Right.
Emily had a bundle, like 10 bags in her bra, and that's why she went in the bathroom. She went in the bathroom to go.
Fix.
Yeah.
So, but he's still pissed at you in general. He's just upset with you because he feels like in his mind he thinks you owe him something.
Yep.
Right.
And so what we think is because Jimmy was tough.
All right.
Jimmy was,
He thinks he's going to beat your ass.
So I think Emily and Alan were like, let's sick Jimmy on him.
Right.
He's already pissed on, and I don't know what the point of that was. Like, I don't know why they wanted me to get fucked up and that to happen, but whatever. That's what happened, dude.
So what do you do with the gun?
I drive it to this country club, wrap it in a shirt, and I dumped it. But she told.
She's sitting right next to him.
She told. I'm thinking,
they'll never find it here, honey.
Well, they would. They wouldn't know. But she's like, yeah, they are. I'm going to tell them.
They're gonna find it. Trust me. They're gonna find it. Yeah.
That's funny now because that's probably what she was thinking.
So what do? You go back to your mom's house or her parents' house, or I flew straight back to my mom's because I wanted to tell her first from me before anyone else. It got to her, but it was on the news. They were looking for me. Between Alan and a couple people at Wendy's, they knew who I was. They immediately raided my dad's bar. So my dad, he has a well-known bar in our area. And, they thought that's where I ran to. So they hit my dad's bar. And once the police left and realized I wasn't there, my attorney, he just happened to be in the bar with my dad, which that's not out of the ordinary, but they were down there watching March Madness, the basketball games. Mm-hmm.
So as soon as the police leave, my lawyer and my dad are calling me. And I tell him what happened, and he's like, that's self-defense. He's like, but you got to turn yourself in. And at the time, I was going on the run. Like my mentality was already, I'm running. And dude, I have a heart, bro. So like when I slow down and actually think about things, that was my boy, and I'm not gonna run and look like I fucking did that shit on purpose, or I did that shit for like no reason. Like I didn't know anything. I didn't even know he was gonna be there.
Right.
But so many people that I grew up with, because of how wild I was and all the shit I did, they don't know what's going on inside my brain or my heart. They just know what actions they see and hear about. Most of them, it's rumors. Like most of the people, they exaggerated my stories.
Right.
Like it wasn't me exaggerating them. It was other people making them fucking worse than what they was. And everybody just looked at me as a monster. Like the DA even said, like to the jury, you see this sweet little innocent kid in front of you, and he's not. He's a monster, a gun-toting drug dealer monster or some shit.
It's a nice quote. If you had it. You know?
Yeah, they were talking crazy.
Yeah.
My trial transcripts are wild. Had fake witness. They cops got fake witnesses. They got caught in my trial as fake witnesses.
So wait, so you turn yourself in,
Yeah. I went to my dad's bar.
right?
And from there, he called the police, let them know. And yeah, that shit was all over the news too. Me turning myself in.
So what's your lawyer telling you?
He's telling me
Is this the same lawyer in the bar that represents you for trial?
everything.
Okay.
Yeah, I got in trouble. I robbed a police impound too. I got in trouble for that. Caught for that. I went to jail. I forgot about that. I bonded out.
Okay.
I was only in there for like a couple of hours. But this dude owed me money, and I fucking didn't realize he was living with his parents because he was older. So I figured it was his own crib, but it wasn't. It was his parents. And I'm outside there with this like flapjack.
It's a flapjack.
It has a spring and a metal ball at the end. And you like go like this, and you could literally split someone's shit with that. Like it's just this hard spring thing. I had one of them, and the parents called the police. Like there's some crazy kid out in our saying, "Where's my money?" When I got arrested, I went in front of the judge. The judge, since it was my first time getting arrested in trouble and shit, OR'd me.
Right.
I get out. My car's at the police impound. When I give the money to the lady, she puts it in a lockbox, gets up and leaves. Dude, again, I don't know how my brain worked as a kid. I flipped that lockbox, took all the money out of it, stuffed my pockets, and sat down. There was a fucking little hidden camera in the corner office, dude, and they whooped my ass. Dude, I'm sitting in the chair with the money in my pocket, like, yeah, I'm up, dude. And all of a sudden, this big forearm comes around my neck, and they trashed me in there, dude. It was a police impound,
Right.
and I went back right in front of the same fucking judge that just OR'd me.
And now, a few months later, you're back again.
Yeah, but different county.
Oh,
like,
okay.
so I was always hustling in between Pittsburgh and Aliquippa.
Mm-hmm.
Pittsburgh's Allegheny County, and Aliquippa is Beaver County. So I was back and forth between them county jails.
So what's your lawyer telling you? What does he say?
Oh, he's always telling me not to worry about shit.
No. Now on the murder.
Yeah, same. Like,
Don't worry about it.
I got you. Like, you're good. Like, look at me. I fucking got you. For real, dude. He was not confident. Though he was confident as fuck the whole time. He reassured, like, that's all he did is reassure me.
Okay.
And he's close. Like, I've known him my whole life, dude. I'm still real close with him today.
All right. So what do they charge you with?
Criminal homicide, aggravated assault, unlawful firearm possession, and a bunch of counts of reckless endangerment because I fired in a shopping center.
Right.
Fired a gun at a shopping plaza.
So he's saying we're going to go to trial
Yeah.
because they're not dropping it.
No. Caught red-handed.
Well,
Admitting
it could have been
admitting it.
I mean, it could have been different. Like, let's say if Emily had said, "No, you don't understand. They attacked him. We were sitting here." And if the other guy had said, "No, we were robbing the guy," then the cops would have come in and be like, "Look, this sounds to me like we're dropping this case because it's going to be justifiable homicide." Right?
They painted me as a monster the very first day.
Right.
They wanted to sell papers. They wanted the news to be like, and the police hated me.
What is Emily telling the police?
At first, she did say I got attacked.
Right.
And she did lie for me about the gun and shit at first. She did all that. But then once they presented her with, hey, we were collecting sales off you guys, bad sales.
Right.
Like, you're going to prison anyways.
Yeah.
So is he. You guys were going anyways. And she flipped. But flipped is not the right word to me because that's them
No,
saying something that happened.
Yeah.
They're
Flipped
lying.
is just, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you the truth.
Yeah, no, they lied. They created and fabricated the story that they wanted.
What was her story?
That I wasn't in danger. That he wasn't choking me like that. That I don't like anyone getting over on me or anything. And that's why. Like, I just shot him because fuck you.
Yeah, but you're still laying down. I mean, you're laying down on the seat. He's on top of you.
Yeah.
So that doesn't really make sense.
No. To every outside person,
Right.
they say what you say. But my county,
Right.
Beaver County, everyone around there thinks that fucking I'm this monster and dude is this saint. When we were both in the wrong.
Right.
He was at work, left on the clock to commit a robbery. I shouldn't have been fucking going to cop, for her.
Right.
We were both in the wrong. Like, I take full responsibility for everything I fucking did because you can never progress as a man or a person if you don't take accountability for the shit you do. So many people are fucking embarrassed and shy when everyone is, dude. Everyone has those thoughts,
Right.
Like, people just need to be their self, man. A lot of shit's confusing in life because we're not our true selves. And yeah, man, that shit was just a rough day.
Okay. So, trial. Trial.
All right. Trial. I went jury. I went jury trial. And something that my attorney doesn't like doing, and a lot of homicide attorneys, trial attorneys, they don't like doing this, is putting their client on the stand. The way I am, I don't know. Steve said he wanted me on the stand.
Right.
Said that he knew that if he put me on the stand and I told the truth, that the jury would see that in my face. And
Well, somebody has to tell since you've got these other guys saying,
yeah,
altering the story, somebody has to get up and say your version.
yeah. So that's what we did. And right before I got a visit from Emily, my wife. I knew she was going to be their star witness. My lawyer and private investigator already found out. I got to hear her whole testimony on video, whatever, and I had to pretend like I didn't know.
Right.
That she was trying to fucking give me a life sentence. She comes to visit me.
Wouldn't a divorce have been easier?
Oh, I tried.
Right?
I tried, but this is what the DA was sending her to see me.
Right. He's hoping to get information or something, or?
She tried to talk me into taking a 20 to 40. She's like, I love you. I'm going to wait for you. She don't know that I know she's cheating on me with multiple dudes. Doesn't know that I know she's ratting and making some crazy story of all this shit. And I'm just like, yeah, I love you. I know you're going to ride, but I'm telling you, I'm going to beat this shit. Like, this ain't happening. That's not what happened. Like, I don't care. I'm not taking it. And she's telling me, like, you're going to get life. They talked to me. They told me you're done. Like, you're going to ruin your life. The 20 to 40 is not that bad. You're only 19 and all this shit. And yeah, I was like, nah, I'm not doing it. I love you. I'm like, I love you. I know you love me. I know you love me. But yeah, no, the whole time I'm like, you fucking bitch.
All right.
Like, you're trying to take my fucking freedom.
So,
yeah.
Trial
was a shit show, man. Like, and I'm glad every trial has trial transcripts and there's proof, but like, I'm the only one I feel that I did fucking say some bullshit in there, but it was to fucking go over their bullshit, if that makes sense.
Right.
They fabricated witnesses that were there. One of them was my friend who and this is all in the newspaper and shit. This was publicized. I was a runaway juvenile. Police were looking for me. They run down on my boy's trap house that I was telling you about, the row homes. They're looking for me. I'm not there though, and they steal a shotgun.
The cops steal it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like, well, this is cool. They take my boy's shotgun, and when my boy gets home and shit, one of our other homies is like, yeah, the police just ran in here looking for Eric, and they walked out with your gun. And so he calls, and the cop tells him, if you ask about this gun or say anything, I'm charging you.
Right.
For all this shit or other shit that was there. So he let it go. Well, fast forward 2 years later, my boy Aaron, he is in the police station to get questioned about my homicide. When he's in this police station, he sees the one cop that a couple years ago took his shotgun, and he's like, yo, what's up with my gun? And he says it loud as fuck. Well, he's about to go see the homicide detective, dude, about my shit. And the homicide detective's like, what? And like, he was like trying to
fuck with him,
shrug it off. Like, but the detective was just really like, what the fuck? You stole his gun. Like, after he left, apparently, he's like, you took his fucking gun. Then he made modifications to it. He put a pistol grip handle on the fucking thing. But he got fired. He got in trouble and shit.
Right.
All over that. Like,
the
only reason they booked him, they would have let it slide. That detective would have let it slide. But he wanted to bury me so bad and knew my lawyer would have used that.
Right.
Like,
so what happens on the stand? They basically say what? Like does it come out in their version that they set you up and had you go there, or they're just saying what?
Their version is I just wanted to commit violence to him.
Okay.
Not that I was just minding my own business with my mom and got drugged there. Didn't even want to fucking go.
Right.
And then they made it seem like him attacking me was like no big deal.
Okay.
Like one of their quotes they put in the newspaper, the DA told the jury, this is no David and Goliath situation here. Do not look at him as, this little whatever. And dude, it was, bro. Like, I got ripped out of my fucking car, slammed on the ground, getting stomped out, then getting punched in the back of my head, getting choked. Like, I get it. They want to win. Yeah. My side wants to win. It's a game, dude.
It's an adversarial system, but it shouldn't be a system where you have to lie. If you have to start lying to,
that's what blew my mind as a child. Because I'm still young, that blew my mind. That like, okay, they're playing street games. I remember thinking that. Like, okay, so this is just best story wins.
So, what happens when Emily gets on the stand? How's that go?
She got destroyed by my lawyer. Yeah, Caulifella destroyed her on the stand, caught her in every lie, and let the jury know, like, are you facing charges? Are you facing time? Right. Like, and at the end, dude, the jury believed me, bro. I got up there and I let it all out, bro. I said exactly what happened. I wasn't fucking stuttering. I wasn't getting jammed. The DA couldn't catch me up because I wasn't saying nothing that didn't happen. All them are getting tongue-tied and caught in this lie and caught in this lie. Like, every one of the people that they put up there got caught telling a lie. Where he was able to prove that shit. Aaron wasn't even at the crime scene. Just he grew up there. He knows what it's like, knows what it looks like, and he pretended like he was there. He wasn't.
What's he trying? Is he trying to get out of a charge?
No, this dude literally is. So this dude Aaron I grew up with, right? We'll call him Bodge. It's straight psychopath. like just wants attention no matter how he could get it, wants to be involved in everything. And if anyone around him has any more attention than this dude, he tweaks. So he took it upon himself to interject him in all this.
Yeah, I was
just like, I want to be a part of this trial. I want to be in this trial. Like, I know both these dudes. I know I can get it. And like, yeah, that's he's a fucking psycho. And once I did my prison time, I got to meet real psychopaths. So like, I know what kind of characteristics he has.
So what are the charges you're facing?
So I'm facing criminal homicide, aggravated assault, unlawful firearms possession, and a couple counts of reckless endangerment.
Okay. What did you end up getting found guilty of?
I actually ended up getting found guilty of the lowest, which is involuntary manslaughter.
Okay.
So they were trying to get me. So criminal homicide in PA, when they charge you with that, they could hit you with first, second, or third.
Okay.
They were really trying to hit me with third. That's what they were fucking trying to hit me with.
Is that the more serious
But it's criminal homicide, dude.
Okay.
It's all like, you don't find out what degree, I guess, until the end. Like, I went through trial and I'm still confused with that shit. But I'm guessing they do criminal homicide so they could like bubble first, second, and third degree murder.
But you get
life if you lose.
Okay. But what did you were charged with?
Criminal homicide.
What about the
That's
gun?
just what the unlawful firearm possession was for the gun. And
what does that carry?
I ended up getting 3 to 6 for that.
Okay.
3 to 6 years.
And 3 to 6 means that if you could get out in 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, did they run them concurrent or?
They ran them consecutive.
Okay.
And this is to show you how light. Like, I should have went home. Damn, why am I even saying that? I should have went home.
If you were found not guilty, you would have gone home.
No, but I mean, I don't know. The fucking gun was illegal.
Right. But how long had you been locked up?
About a year.
Yeah, you still would have had some time.
I had a year.
You would have had time to go. If you had just been found guilty of that charge, you probably would have had another year
I got
to go.
6 months for the actual crime. Like for the involuntary manslaughter.
So how much
I
time
got
did you get?
6 months.
How much time did you get total?
Altogether, 5 to 11.
Okay.
Because he just added up all the charges.
Right. So
ran him wild.
And who picks the time? The jury
The
or
judge.
The judge, okay.
Yeah. So the judge could have ran it concurrent, but he chose to run it wild. And he basically chose that because of my behavior in the county jail.
You weren't good.
I started gangbanging in there. And I was involved in 2 riots.
Can't get right.
I got put in the hole permanently, and they said I wasn't allowed out until the person got me. Yeah, dude.
By the time your trial starts,
They almost killed me in there.
By the time you're sentenced, have you added any tattoos? Because you went in nothing, right?
I went in with not one tattoo. First tattoo I got was a 6-drop teardrop thing.
Not
that was
before the
very
trial.
First ever thing. Yes, dude. Yes.
What does your lawyer say? I know your lawyer wasn't happy about that.
Hands.
Your lawyer had to say something.
Well, it's dark now. At the time, it was shitty. Thank God when it healed, it should have got redone. And I didn't, but I did end up redoing this shit. Like, I ended up, this all got hit a million times. All this is prison. Everything I'm covered.
What did your lawyer say when he showed up one day and you got a fucking tattoo on your face?
Wanted to whoop my ass, dude. Wanted to whoop my ass. Straight up. And like, I accepted that I was getting life. I'm the only one that was not thinking I was going to win.
All right, so
everyone in jail is telling me, cuz, man, just prepare. Like, I know they telling you that, but they be telling us that shit all the time. And, like, you probably gonna get an elbow, little bro. Like, dude, everybody was telling me that shit. And I'm just thinking, like, you know what? They're just telling me reality.
Right.
You know, they know. Like,
So where do they send you?
I'm on A pod, which that is where all the high profile, violent, whatever
No, I mean,
goes.
which prison?
So I started at SCI Monohoy, and they put me on I block. And I remember when they said what block I was going on, the dude, and he's a prisoner that does intake, like gets your clothes ready and shit like that.
Yeah.
He looked at me. He's this big black Muslim dude. And he's like, that little white boy got in the I block? And they're like, yeah, he killed somebody. And dude just looked at me and go, have fun over there. That's the jungle. And like, you know, people try to scare everybody and shit. But honestly, I was the best block that I could have ever went to.
Why is that?
I feel I learned so much shit, and I met like people that I should have met in life that I learned a lot from, and just the way they set it up, this block had I and J block, which was in the back in the cut, and I and J block was the jungle because it's all concrete and steel. Every other block in this whole entire prison, and there's two sides of this prison. It's like 3,500 prisoners in each one. And the yards are big as fucking shit. But all the other ones have like the soft bubble rubber seats.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they purposely make I and J look like solitary confinement, but you're actually in population. They have porcelain seats and like bigger cells. The shit there smaller or whatever. But that was my first block. And I was scared as fuck going to this block. Like, scared, dude. And the first two people I see is this dude Smitty and this dude they call Young Boy Cuba, but he was like in his late 40s. But they call him Young Boy because, dude, this dude is huge, strong as fuck. Like, his arms feel like a fucking concrete wall. And these two are fucking staring at me, bro. As soon as I walk on this is my first time ever on my block. I'm pushing my cart. And these two ended up becoming my old heads, dude. Like, still, I love them to this day, bro. Like, but they were fucking with me. they fucked with everybody that came in,
right.
And I thought they were gonna take my ass. Like, that's the kind of fucked up games that they like playing with people, bro. And dude, I was trying to get a banger. I was trying to get a banger, and two people that I talked to went to them, so they were laughing, like they thought this shit was funny, dude, bro. But they liked that I had heart,
right?
And yeah, my boy Mike Smith, he actually just came out with a book. He just had a book come out. It was his life. But yeah, dude, they had time in this prison. Everybody respected them. Smitty was a white dude, and all the white dudes in the prison, like, you know, fucked with him. Mm-hmm. Cuba, I never seen anyone like him move in PA prison. He was not a gang leader. He wasn't in a gang. But he fucking politicked with every gang leader, and he had his hands in everything, dude. I don't know what I don't know what his story was, but like, that dude was an interesting dude to do time with, and he schooled me on how to move. Like, why I went at people first, why I tried to predict if somebody was going to have me do something, like, or like, he literally just made me that's kind of fucked up. Yeah, I got institutionalized real quick,
right,
with him. And he was teaching me how to fight.
Okay.
Fighting, you don't realize, like, is when you fight on the street. I didn't like fighting.
Right.
I like getting along with people. I'd rather laugh with you
Right.
and joke with you than fight. But like, they kind of raised me. They looked at me as like the youngin'. And the dude who was running all the Crips, I became a Crip in the county. But what I found out was I wasn't an official Crip yet. So the dude that put me on, this is, I have to say all this because a lot of people don't talk about this dude. A lot of people, just because of the color of their skin, they could say they're a gang member and they could say a bunch of lies, bullshit, and have like 100 people recruited under this shit. And then all of a sudden somebody official sees it and will flip it to their shit. And then it's like, and then it's official. Like, bro, I had nothing to do with gangs before anything. I didn't even care about it. Like, all I cared about was hustling, partying, and having fun. I was so petrified of getting fucking extorted, killed, anything like that. Like, a lot of dudes tried me in the beginning. Like, people thought I was just doing shit to while out when, like, I had a note slid to me one time. And if Smitty's watching this, I'm not talking about the joke note. Because they had me, dude, they were sending me fake notes after the real shit happened.
Right.
And they knew that was in my head. They fucked with me. Dude, I'm in the middle of the yard with a banger looking for an imaginary person. And my boys are laughing like, dude, cuz is about to kill somebody don't exist. But we were always fucking with each other like that. It's different in there. It's not like you're making somebody think they're about to get raped, but that's a joke, dude. Ain't that sick?
I understand.
Yeah, like I know that now, but as a youngin', I'm like whatever. But yeah, dude, that was my first prison. I ended up getting kicked out of that.
But somebody did slip you a note.
Oh yeah, dude. He slipped a note under there and was asking to fucking S the D, dude. Yeah, and like saying all this crazy shit, dude. And I didn't have to hurt this person. He was on my block, dude. So I put this razor in my mouth and I went out and I sat at the table with him and like, so I'm one of them dudes that read Art of War a million times and 48 Laws of Power and shit.
Right.
And like, you know, I was one of them and I would do really weird shit and not speak sometimes. And like people would be fucking, like I sat down and I didn't say anything and I just played with the razor and then I made it cut my lip and I was just staring at him and he got up and walked away and he never wrote a note again. He never fucking said anything. And like, that was shit. Like if I had a fucked up celly
Right.
that I know can kill, like I'm a small dude. I gotta use my brain. Like a lot of people could just fucking crush me, bro. I was sitting at my table with a knife. Like, you know how the cells are, you have the bunk and then you have your table.
Right.
But it only has like one stool.
Yeah, it's usually sometimes that's one that swings out with the hard ass circle. Yeah.
Yeah. I would fucking sit on the top of it and then put my feet on the chair. And then I would just have the banger like on my shit like this and purposely make a noise. And
So he sees you doing that.
And then my cellar would wake up.
And he thinks this guy's crazy.
And he'd be like, "What's up, dude?" And I'd be like, "Nothing, bro. Don't worry about it. Go back to sleep. I got you." Fuck you. Fuck you, dude. The fuck did you say? And like, this dude's bigger than me.
Right.
But like, bro, I swear, every time, I never had anyone, when I did these things, come at me.
Right.
They left me alone. And they got out of
I
my
was
cell.
going to say, they're thinking I need to get out of this cell.
Yeah, they got out of my cell. Most people, they fear the solitary. That's what I found out while I was in there. The biggest fear that people have in there is going to that box.
Yeah, it's funny. You hear these guys that they'll be, and I get it, 6 months, 18 months. Right? Like I understand that's a long time, but the most I ever did was like 45 days. But I was totally fine by myself for 45 days. I'm totally happy, completely happy. And other guys are like they'll fucking I did 6 months. I fucking mentally it fucked me up, and I'm thinking. I could do 6 months.
Yeah. I did 18.
Saying?
The longest altogether, I did 4 years, 7 months.
I listen, when I say 6, I mean, I did the 45 days, like by myself. Like it'd probably take a couple months before I wanted a celly, but it'd still be okay.
Maybe you were able to get single cell too. Like,
well, no, there was 2 bunks.
Yeah.
But they would knock, they'd go, hey, Cox, you taking a celly? No. They'd let you. You could say no.
Yeah.
And if it got full, then they'd be like, "Hey, man, you got to take a cell. I got
would
2
be like
cellies.
you.
Like which cellies? What's his name?" And then the guy came in for like a week and then left.
Yeah.
He went, and then I'm by myself again, and I was done because you talk for 2 weeks straight if you've been alone for 30 days.
They allow 2 people together in solitary and PA.
Okay.
When it gets overcrowded, they'll put somebody in there, but like I get that, dude, because I was like that.
Because there's people, when they think of prison, they immediately think you're locked in a cell by yourself. The truth is, when you've been to prison, like, and then it's quiet, it's loud all the time. You're never by yourself. You never. It's horrible. So to me, being by myself for 45 days, even though it's loud in the shoe, people are screaming. It didn't matter. I can sit down. I can read. I don't have a celly. I'm by myself. I was fucking thrilled. But there's like the problem with you doing the, holding the guys thinking this guy's fucking crazy is because there are so many people that are just mentally.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because there's no real mental, there's no real, sane asylums or mental health facilities. There's very few in the States or in general. So the prisons end up taking those guys. So there's a whole slew of people that are, extremely bipolar, schizophrenic, like they have all kinds of mental conditions.
The mind games caught up to me years down, maybe 6 years into my bed. I played the crazy shit a little too hard. And they sent me to one of those facilities, dude. Dude, I called my mom, right?
I fucked up.
Bro, that's exactly what I fucking said.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was like, Mom, I fucked up. Like, I fucked up bad, dude. I got punched on my first day. This dude punched on me, no reason, bro.
Yeah, there's just mental cases.
Just
what's going on?
I guess because I'm a new face. I don't know, but he cracked on me, and then he kept it moving. So I like.
You see these people. You see these people.
Smell, it was dirty.
But you see these people in New York that just walk down the street and punch somebody randomly. But the people are just fucking insane.
Yeah, dude.
I had a guy named. I've told this story. I haven't told this story in a long time because I can't remember his name. I know it's what part. I know his name was Henry. They called him something, Big Henry, or I forget. It was a black guy. He was fucking jacked.
Yeah.
This just tells you how. This isn't violent or anything, but it's his mental state was not there. Is that he? So we had a new warden. It was a female warden.
Okay.
And so when you first have a new warden, that's like a lot of times they'll come and just walk through everybody's, it's like count. You stand up and they walk through and they'll move out of the way and walk in your cell and look and see how your cell, that sort of thing. That's what they did in the feds.
Yeah. They do that. Yes.
Right.
Yep.
So this female warden, or I don't know if she was a warden or assistant warden, but she came through and we all had to stand there and she would walk into a couple different cells and open the thing and look in your box, your locker, and maybe she'd say something to the lieutenant who's with her or whatever, close it and walk on. She walks by Henry. He's standing there and she walks by him and she looks at him. I don't know if she said something to him. Whatever it was brief and kept walking.
Yeah.
And when she was gone and everybody, it's all right, you're good, okay. He turned to like one of the guys and said, "Did you see that?" And they were like, yeah, what? She's, he's like, "You see the way she look at me? Bro, she wants me." Yeah, bro. I know she would look at me.
And he was dead serious, right?
100%.
Yeah,
He
that's
was
scary.
so serious. But some of the guys were like, bro, I think you're right. I think you're right, bro.
'Cause
I
they were
know
scared?
she really,
Yeah.
I think she might have been fucking checking you out. Yeah, bro. I know. I could feel it. I could tell. We had a connection. Yeah. Henry drew. You remember this story? Henry was not an artist, by the way,
Yeah.
but he drew a picture for the warden of him standing there holding a big old schlong. He's holding his shit. And it's got to be, if the proportions were right, his shit's 3 foot long. And it's him all jacked up holding his shit.
Yeah.
And he shows it to some guys. And they're like, why you draw that? I'm giving this to the warden. Yeah? And then he's like, yeah, bro, she wants me. You didn't see her. And I'm hearing this because I'm across the fucking, I'm catty corner to his cell. And I'm sitting there thinking, I don't know why these guys are egging this motherfucker on, but they are. He believes it. He's insane.
Yeah.
And listen, you understand that I'd been locked up there. I think I'd gotten there. This was at the low. I'd been there 6 months. Like, I talked to this guy. He seemed normal.
Yeah.
He didn't seem crazy.
Yeah.
And there were many guys like that. You talk to him for a year, 2 years, and one day something would happen, and they'd be talking. You'd realize, oh, you're insane. But they seem normal. So
Yeah.
he takes the picture. You know what?
You're insane.
You know what main line is?
Yeah, main line. Yeah.
So we go through Chow Hall, and so the lieutenant. So like once a week, the lieutenants and the assistant warden or the warden, whatever, they'll all be
Out front.
Yeah,
Yep.
at main. We were in the Chow Hall, so they would actually stand inside. It's Florida, bro. It's cold. I mean, it's hot. So they stand in the AC, but they'd stand there. It's a huge area. This is a big facility. And they're standing there, and guys would get in line, and they'd have that grievance, or they'd want to go up and say something to the lieutenant or to the. So he walks up. He's standing in line patiently. We all know he's holding this piece of paper.
Yeah.
We're all watching. The guys in his unit that know about it. And we're like, this is insane. He's not going to give that fucking to her.
Yeah.
He walks up. Finally, it's his turn. He walks up to her. He says something to her. And she's like, looks at him, and he hands her the piece of paper. And she opens the paper, closes it, and she says something to the lieutenant. He's like, what? And she goes, and he goes, and he looks at him, and the guy's he's looking at her like, yeah, you like that.
Yeah, Mac Daddy.
Mm. And the lieutenant's like, and she says something to him. He's like,
Okay.
He says something to the guy next to him. He comes over. Next fucking lieutenant or whatever comes over, looks at it. Boom. They all look at him. He's like, and they're all like, what do you think? I don't know what they're saying.
Yeah, dude.
But it's clear they all know immediately he's insane.
Yeah.
He's insane. And then the guy says, yeah, I'm going to need you to turn around. Yeah. He cuffs him up, and they walk him right out. Never saw that dude again. Never saw Henry again. But he really believed that this chick stopped for all of 15 seconds.
You're talking about acting crazy, so they wouldn't mess with you.
Yeah.
Isn't that a little partially why you did a bunch of the tattoos? Because you said you're looking soft. So I would say,
Boziak did the same thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to ruin myself and look like this because, like, dudes were telling me, like, dude, you're like how you are right now. You know what I mean? But I was put around a bunch of dudes that they want a young white kid.
Oh, yeah.
Young white kid, you are the very bottom of the fucking shit.
You're as close to a woman as they're going to see.
Yeah. And then, you're small too.
Right.
Oh, you're a little dude. Like,
Dainty.
yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
So I met him in prison. When I met him in prison,
Okay.
he did have tattoos. He had them on his neck,
Yeah.
and he had his arms were sleeved, and he had them on his hands, right?
Yeah.
He didn't have the face stuff yet, but he and his brother, well, no, that wasn't his brother. He had gone in and got grabbed by security guards and brought into a room and cuffed to the table.
Yeah.
And ends up squeezing out of the cuffs and climbs up in the thing and gets out, right? Climbs up and escapes, right? They don't know who he is. They have a fake ID. Or wait, that wasn't it. It was when he and his brother did fraud in Walmart. I think in Walmart. Yeah, I think they were in Walmart, and his brother gets caught and goes to jail.
Okay.
Brother actually goes to jail twice, 2 different states for credit card fraud. But he got away, ran away, right? And they grabbed his brother. But he said he realized at that point that he's like, I'm going to go to jail at some point. And blonde hair, blue-eyed, weighed 135 pounds. Shit, today he probably think he was like 155 because he works out now. But he was like 130 pounds, 135 pounds. He's fucking 18, 19 years old.
Yeah.
He's like, I mean, I might as well be wearing a dress, and I'm going to go to fucking prison. And so, he's terrified.
Oh, yeah.
So he goes and he starts getting tatted. He starts getting fucking tatted up everywhere.
Yeah.
And when I didn't talk to him for fucking 5-6 months, I didn't even talk to him because I looked at him and I thought, he's making fucking ice in the bathtub in a fucking single wide. That's why he's here. He's got to be, right?
Yeah.
He's got to be here for drugs. He's got to be ice.
Yeah.
He's living in a fucking trailer park. Like, this guy's white trash. For sure. Like, he's definitely a drug addict or drug dealer. So, and then I found out he was actually there for aggravated identity theft.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wrote a story on him. When I write the story, he explains to me that he got the tattoos because he knew it. He said, I knew at some point I'm going to end up in prison. And so he said, I just started getting tattoos because I thought I gotta toughen myself up. And the way he walked around in prison.
Force yourself to.
Right. The way he walked around in prison, you'd have thought this dude was 6'2". He's tiny. He's 5'8". And he's walking around and he would walk, and I'd see him walking down the hall. And then, of course, I start writing his story.
Yeah.
And he'd walk in and be like, he'd walk in, close the door, and he'd turn around and he'd go, okay, so what happened was, and I'd be like, oh my God, he's like 14. He's like,
I love this dude.
He acts like a 14, 15-year-old kid. But in front of everybody, he'd walk in.
Yeah, dude.
What's up? What's up? Throw a bass in his voice. What's up, man? What's going on? What are you doing? Like, I'm thinking, this fucking motherfucker.
Yeah.
Dude, this isn't what you're like when you're alone. But yeah, it's the same thing. He was concerned. It was a concern.
Dude, my first tattoo when I got to prison and the head Crip, because as soon as I got there, I said, I'm Crip, blah, blah, blah. And he's breaking everything down to me about how what I was taught is wrong.
Right.
And he's like, you're going to be under me. And I'm going to teach you whatever. Like, I don't want to get into all that shit, but my first tattoo, I walked around the yard with this shit, dude. My whole bed.
Oh my God.
So
Hold on, what does it say?
It says Crip.
It says Crip across my whole back, bro.
Yeah.
You go to some prisons, okay, bloods outnumber all of us in there.
Right.
And there'll be dudes that are scary and try to act like they don't gangbang.
Right.
So I knew, being young and being white, I knew I was at the bottom. I knew all that. And I actually told my mom I had a whole game plan.
Right.
And I told my mom, I'm going to take this very serious. I'm sorry, but I have a fear of, dying in here. And I fucking already started in dumb shit as soon as I got here. And I don't know, I was just accepting, fucking, this is my life, dude. And I wanted to punish myself on the low without even, realizing it. If that, the guilt I felt over Jimmy, it was I wanted, this was going to be my escape from thinking about that. Because I did, dude, a lot.
Yeah, but this went crazy, bro. This went a little bit excessive.
It did. Yeah. It turned into addiction.
Right.
That's what it was, dude.
Is this a bat? This is a bat,
yeah,
right? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Anarchy, then more Crip, IGC on my forehead.
What is IGC?
Insane Gangster Crip. That was the set that I was banging while I was in prison.
You see the horns? Did you see the horns too?
Yeah.
Remember I told you about the guy with the horns?
Dudes would. So I was always the only white crip, pretty much. And my homies would call me White Devil. So I fucking one day I came out with the horns and was like, "What's up?"
There was a guy at the Medium, a white guy who was, I'm sure he was an AB or something, and it on the back of his head, he was shaved head,
Yeah.
and it said "Blue-eyed Devil."
That's
on the back of his. You'd be standing behind him going,
Dude, you see some
this
wild
guy.
ass tattoos. Like, I've seen some funny shit written on people, dude. Dude, I seen this big black dude, probably like fucking 6'6", walking the track, and I just got a joint and I'm smoking, and he had Mussy as a tramp stamp, and the dude was big as
"Oh my god, horrible!"
Dude, I remember that just making me laugh so hard. I spun it. I literally had to spin the track because dude's big as shit.
Right.
Like, he probably punch me or fucking stab me or something. But it said Mussy, big as shit, like man pussy.
Yeah, I get it.
Oh man, that shit was funny.
How'd you lose your tooth in prison?
Okay. Well, actually, I didn't lose any. Oh yeah, I did. I got hit with the padlock. Yeah. So, in prison, I got hit with a padlock
Right.
across my shit. And then when I finished my 11-year sentence and got out, I went back to jail for a year. And
Oh,
yeah, CO. So this CO, he was brand new. Came to the county jail. I was trying to extort the CO.
what?
Because I knew he lied on his application to become a CO. He was in prison.
Oh, he had been in prison?
Yeah, I remember this. Okay, so I'm in jail, right? And I'm hanging over the top tier, leaning over the rail with my youngins and shit. And fucking new CO comes on the block, and I see his face, and I'm like, where the fuck did I see that face? Where did I see that face? Where did I see that face? And I remembered he was the fucking, he was a cop that was locked up at Green. So he was running a prostitution ring as a police officer.
Okay.
He was like arresting girls that were tricking and shit, and then having them trick for cops or whatever they were doing. But he was locked up. And I knew, like, how the fuck are you a CO? You had to lie on your paperwork.
Right.
So I slid up to him and I was like, yo, bro, I know you were locked up in prison like me, bro. Like, can you grab a phone for me and I won't blow your spot up, bro? And he immediately said I threatened him. Like, he hit the panic shit. And I backed up and I'm like, oh, you're a bitch. And the other CO, he's cool with me. Like,
Right.
I'm in BCJ, bro. And I'm gonna keep it 100. Everybody like, everybody's cool. Everybody's cool with my peoples and
Right.
shit like that. And I like, yeah, this this motherfucker got me, first he got me 2 days cell restriction. And then they ended up taking me to the hole. And when they took me to the hole, fucking something happened where he thought that I told them the shit.
Right.
And it got out. But he was like trying to talk to COs that he was cool with,
Yeah.
but they ran and told. And he got walked out. Like, he got walked out of the jail and shit. And because they found out, like, dude, he lied. He did. He lied on his shit, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Well, dude, I'm fucking on another pod. This is like a month or two down the road, and this
fucker pops up on the walk in a CO. Shit. And I'm like, I knew right away.
You said he got walked off.
He did. Our county jail is short so bad on COs that they made a fucking exception for his ass because he was a cop.
Right.
Yeah, dude. So he's like, yeah, it's on. Like, you wanted to extort me, huh? Yeah. So he made me think that we were gonna get a fair fight.
Right.
And I was just in my cell, and he when he slid in, he had a walk. They have walkie-talkies, and he had the antenna of the walkie-talkie, and I thought he was coming in to just rumble, dude. And like COs do that. They'll pop their belts off and they'll give you a fair one in the cell.
Right.
And it's over after that. And that's what I thought he was gonna do. But I got cracked right here. The corner of the shit split my upper lip. Man.
Yeah.
And then popped my shit out. Yeah. That was the second time I got brutally fucked up in my county. The first one was during my trial. That was all over the news and newspaper too.
Ooh.
They literally said it looked like I got hit by a Mack truck.
What happened there? Was that another CO?
Oh, that was the worst beating I ever experienced by the guard. Well, that was the worst beating in county jail I experienced by the guards. Because the real worst one was in prison when I was doing 18 months in solitary. Because they were trying to get me to rat on everybody that was bringing drugs into prison. And they just would not accept that I wasn't saying nothing. And they just kept like fucking turning up. Like, dude, they were treating me like I wasn't a fucking human, bro. And a bunch of dudes were reaching out to my family, like telling them how bad I was getting treated.
Right.
Yeah, I ended up doing 18 months for all that shit. Dude, so much shit happened during my bed. I managed to get myself in so much fucked up shit, dude.
No, that's not true.
One time, this is wild. And I'm the dude that I admit all my shit. Like, every single thing in prison I did 100% that they got me for. But there's one case that I caught, because I caught time in prison, like extra cases and shit. They planted Suboxone in my Bible.
Right. The COs?
Yeah. They were trying to get me for a minute.
Right.
And I'm not proud of this, but there was somebody that was slow on our block. And that's who I had hold my shit.
Right.
And I took care of him though. Like he would even get on the phone sometimes to talk to my mom, like, because he had no family and shit. But I fed him and all that. But yes, he would be the one holding my shit. Nobody knew that. COs didn't. So they'd be running down on me and he'd have it.
Right.
And they never bothered.
So you're guilty, but they're framing you.
Yes.
Okay. It's hard to feel bad. It's hard to feel bad for you. I want to feel bad for you. Like, I wasn't doing anything. And
dude, you know what? Like, on some real shit, the way you just looked at me, that's the first time I ever am like.
Yeah, they framed a guilty man.
Okay, yeah. Wow, dude.
Yeah. It's not. I love the guys that come on here and they talk. Like, they just told a whole story.
Damn, bro.
Their whole story
is like selling drugs, and then they talk about how in the trial they fucking can you believe that the guy got up and lied and said this and that's not what happened. It's like, you just told me about 20 years of selling fucking drugs, and now you're upset because the fucking CI got on the stand and slightly altered his fucking story to make sure you were guilty. Like, I get it. I understand. It's upsetting. But you did just talk about 20 years of getting away with selling drugs. Yeah. It's hard to feel bad. I want to feel bad for you. But I can't.
Dude, when you say it like that, though, like, nobody's like...
It's
That's funny, bro. I can't argue.
Everybody's in on it's like everybody's in on the bullshit, you know? They're all like, yeah, they're fucked up. It's like, am I the only one that just heard an hour and a half of...
Yeah, all right. So I'm just going to say I should not be bitching about that.
Yeah, I would not. I would be happy you're out of prison.
Oh, man. Yeah, dude.
A life of debauchery, you know. You have to pay.
Yeah, dude.
I have the what was the guy? I love the one guy that I met in the library, and he was talking. He'd been there literally. We're talking about a week, 2 weeks. He's talking about fighting his case, and he's like, "Yeah, man, I'm thinking about fighting. Should I do it?" I said, "Absolutely, absolutely." And he told me what he had done. He had stole I think it was like $3.5 million, and he got like 3 years.
Yeah.
And he'd been locked up a week. And he's like, should I fight it? And I'm going to file 2255, and my lawyer didn't do a good job, and this and that. And he's going on and on. And he's like, yeah. I said, yeah, absolutely. And he said, well, what do you think you got? What do you think will happen, bro? And I said, well, I mean, I think it'll take you about 3-4 months to get your stuff together and prepare the documents, and then it'll take this long, another 3 months to do this. And then you'll send it in. It'll take them about 6 months to go back and forth, and that'll be a year. And then you can appeal that. And then he's like, you think I'll win? No, you'll lose that, but you can appeal it. Then you'll appeal it, and that'll take 6 months, and then you'll do that, and it'll be 3 months here and 3 months here, and then I go all the way through the boom, boom, boom. I go through the whole thing. I said, so right about at just about 2 years, like you'll get your final denial, and it'll be denied. And he's like, what do you mean it'll be denied? I said, yeah, no, well, I mean the process will take itself. You'll go through the court system, it'll be denied. And he's like, well, why would I do it if I'll be not? He's like, and I said, but by that point, they'll be putting you in for a halfway house. You'll have done 2 years.
Okay.
You'll have 7 months worth of gain time. They'll put you in for a few months of halfway house.
Yeah.
And you'll be within a month or two of the halfway house. And he goes, why the fuck would I do all that you think I'm gonna get denied? And I went, well, because you have hope. The whole time you have hope that you'll be able to talk to your family about if this gets passed and if this gets approved and that I could get released next month. So you'll have the hope for 2 years. Hope will get you through it. And he's like, that's fucking horrible. I went, you stole $3.5 million. You think you don't have to do any time? Of course you have to do time.
Yeah.
You have to do a few years. You stole $3.5 million.
Yeah.
Like, that's irrelevant. Like that. What are you talking about? You should get probation for 3.5. I got fucking 26 years for fucking $6 million.
Yeah, dude.
Like, come on, man. And he was just, the look on his face was just like, he was so disappointed because he was delusional at the fact that he had gotten 3 years for $3.5 million. Would you do for $3.5 million? Would you do 3 years right now? Fucking sign me up.
Yeah, dude. On my head.
Right. Every time I tell that
on my head, dude.
Every time I tell this story, people are in the comments are like, fucking sign me up. Are you serious? But, you get delusional and you stop realizing like, hey, wait a minute, I broke the law here. Yeah, but this guy, don't fucking compare yourself to other people. You don't know a goddamn thing about what's going on in that guy's case. You don't know if he cooperated. You don't know if he gave him El Chapo.
Yeah.
You don't know if they had no evidence. And you don't know if the number that you're hearing in the court system is bullshit. And really, there's only 100,000 in loss.
Yeah.
And that's why he got 2 years and you got 3. Because you did steal $3.5 million. He only ended up with 100,000. Like, you don't know.
Yeah.
So stop. Know your case. You should have gone to prison. You know what I'm saying?
It sounds childish when that, like, it.
How
like,
$3.5 million?
It does, saying, yeah.
Bro, do you have any idea how many people would sign up right now if you put in a petition? If I'll get $3.5 million, you got to go to jail for 3 years. They'd do every bit of 3 years.
Yeah.
You're going to be out. You're going to be in halfway house in 2 years.
Yep.
Still fucking crying about it. What was so funny too is I kept telling him, I told him, I said, yeah, by the time you're done, you'll be putting in for a halfway house and you'll be gone. So every fucking 6 months or 5 months, I remember the guy's name was Shorter. I'd see him.
Yeah.
And I'd be walking, you pass people, something you don't know them, but you see them.
Yeah, you do that.
Yeah.
What's up?
What's
dude,
up?
I had a bunch of them.
And I would walk by him and I'd go, he'd look at me because he was pissed that I had said that. And he looked at me, we walk in and look at me and I go, what's up? Because I thought it was funny, right? He goes, just put in my 2255. I said, hey, bro, you were that close. You're going home. You're going home. And he'd be like, you motherfucker. And then 4 months later, I go, hey, what's going on? He go, 2250 got denied. I go, you putting in for the appeal? Did you put in for the appeal? Doing it right now. Okay. All right. He'd be like, you motherfucker.
Yeah.
6 months later, hey, bro, what's going on? He'd be like, still waiting for whatever. We put in our retort. They put in their reply. We're waiting for the decision. I go, bro, you're on your way. I hope your parents your people are waiting for you.
Yeah.
They know you're coming, right? He's like, because he knows I'm fucking with him.
Yeah.
Because you ain't going home. And then sure enough, a month or two later, I walked by and he goes, and I said, hey, what's up? He said, it got denied. My appeal got denied. And I said, I said, oh, man, that's fucked up. I said, when are they putting you in for a halfway house? He said, they just did about a week ago. I said, oh, on your way home, bro. He was like, motherfucker.
But it does do that, man.
Like a month later, he's like, I got 3 months of halfway house. I'm leaving in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of stuff. So it's like, but he realized, you could see it in his face. He knew I was 100% right. If he didn't have that hope, his time would have been way harder. But he had that hope. And then there's other guys, you know, that just reside themselves that this is my life. This is it. I'm not going to appeal anything. I'm going to do my 20 years and I'm just going to go all into the prison culture. How long do you do? How much time?
I got a 5 to 11 year sentence, and I ended up doing the whole 11 years. Parole told me to fuck off every time. And then I caught more time. The only reason I'm not in prison right now is because of COVID. COVID saved my ass, dude. I got all my shit ran concurrent. And then they let me out.
So when did you get released?
2020. I went in 2009, beginning 2009, around 2020. But then I went back in for a year. I was out for 2 years, went in for a year.
What happened there?
I didn't want to change yet.
Right.
I had half my foot in wanting to change because I was doing content and I was, you know, growing my shit. And I was like, okay, I could do this. And Josh from Lockdown, he was helping me a lot, and Jay Williams. So I had good content creators in my corner that were supporting me and shit. And but I was a fucking piece of shit still, dude. I was getting high, I was getting drunk, and
so
nonstop to like cover, like I was having the worst nightmares.
Did you, I mean, so what'd you do? Did you violate, like, you fail a piss test or something?
No. Me and my girlfriend at the time, we went to a family party, and she got kicked out of the family party. On the way home, she was whooping my ass.
How do you get kicked out of a family party?
She got drunk as hell and was grinding on my little cousin.
Okay. And they said inappropriate.
Yeah, they don't play that.
Right.
Yeah, my family don't play that shit. And yeah, we got kicked out. And she was punching on me the whole car ride home. And I went on live. When I got home, she ended up passing out.
Right.
I went on live, and I was trolling because I was pissed. And I was like, yeah. Fucking, she gave me a pass, a hall pass. So like, what's up, ladies? Hit me up.
Right.
Like, you want to grind on my little cousin in front of my family? Like, all right, well, in the middle of my live, all of a sudden you see a girl running, and then it goes black. You don't see shit.
Right.
And then the next thing you know, Cuzzo's in jail. I got charged with strangulation. They all got dropped, but strangulation, fucking assault, all this shit. She didn't have one mark on her. Right. I just refused to talk to the police. I literally wouldn't say a word. And then they told me, well, if you don't talk, you're going to jail. And I said, and it's in my affidavit, good, I need some sleep.
Right.
And
if you sleep hot at night, you know how disruptive that can be. When you're not resting well, everything else feels harder. Your focus, your mood, even your recovery. GhostBed is here to help you fix that. They've spent decades perfecting how to build a bed that's comfortable, durable, and designed to actually help you rest. Every GhostBed mattress features premier materials, proven cooling technology, and their exclusive ProCore layer, a targeted support system that reinforces the center of the mattress, where the body is heaviest. It helps keep your spine aligned and your back supported, so you can wake up ready for anything 2026 throws at you. Each mattress comes with a 101 night sleep trial and a 20 to 25 year warranty, so you can try it risk-free, knowing it's built to last. Shipping is fast and free. Most orders arrive in 2 to 5 days. GhostBed has great prices to begin with, up to 50% off comparable brands. And Inside True Crime listeners can get an extra 10% off site-wide for a limited time. Just go to ghostbed.com/Cox and use promo code COX at checkout. That's ghostbed.com/COX, promo code COX. Upgrade your sleep with GhostBed, the makers of the coolest bed in the world. Some exclusions apply. See site for details.
Dude, that girl we both had drug
Right.
and drinking problems, and we were toxic. So it was just like, I want good jail. But she stayed with me the whole bit. She tried to get the charges dropped. The DA was like, fuck that. No, they're staying. And I took a plea. We stayed together for my bid. And this is a piece of shit move, but I broke up with her as soon as I got out because I just wanted commissary and money.
So you needed to stay with her for commissary money.
Money, yeah. And because at the time, dude, I know I'm a piece of shit.
That's common. It's common though.
But I'm like, oh, you want to fucking put me in jail for something I didn't do?
Right.
Like I can't even say on here what she did to me, dude. Like, so fucking, I was pissed. Yeah, but yeah, I was a piece of shit at the same time.
So how long did you do? 18 months on that one?
I ended up doing a year, but while I was in there, bro, I'm thinking about my age, and I'm thinking I'm old,
Right.
and I'm like, I have a son. That's a whole other thing. That's for when I get out. I got to talk about that. But at this jail cell, I'm like, I got somebody pregnant when I first got out of prison. Down here in Florida, I was running around fucking like a nut down here, dude. I got in a bunch of shit in Miami, got shot at and shit. Fucking, they didn't want my white ass in these projects, dude. And my baby mom's, she's mixed. I was with her, but I guess they didn't like realize that shit or whatever. But yeah, dude, I got bad shit for days, stories.
So you're in prison the second time on your violation, and you're thinking maybe this isn't for me.
Yeah, dude. Like I laugh and shit because the pain's too unbearable. That's all you can do is laugh at this shit.
I laugh about a lot of stuff. That's probably not I shouldn't be laughing about, but it's I have a very dark sense of humor.
Yeah.
So so what happens? You get out and you think, hey, maybe I should straighten up.
Yeah, I thought about my son, and I thought about like how my dad did me, and I don't want to. Damn, I'm gonna cry like just talking about this shit, dude. But like, yeah, I want to be in his life. I want to be there for him. I don't want to be, a piece of shit parent.
Under the table.
Yeah, good luck, bro. Yeah, dude. I love that kid, man. I only got to hold him one time. This sounds crazy too, but dude, when I met her, she was on the run from the feds. I didn't fucking know. She didn't tell me. And we were doing wild shit. We were running back from Florida to Pittsburgh, to Florida to Pittsburgh,
Right.
And fucking the U.S. Marshals run down on us out in West Virginia, out Wheeling, West Virginia, in this fucking gas station, like 2:30 in the morning. And they arrest her. Well, she was wild. So in my head, I'm like, sweet, dude, I got rid of her. Like, I really thought that in my head. Like, sweet, dude, that bitch was crazy. And no offense calling her that, but like, that's, yeah.
But was she pregnant at the time?
I had no idea.
Oh.
I get a jail call, and she tells me, hey, they just, found out I'm pregnant. I was like, what the fuck? Like, I want to be a dad, but I don't want to be with you. Like, I don't know how to say this in a nice way. Like, and I tried. Like, I wasn't trying to be a dick.
Right.
I wasn't like, I was like, I will do anything that kid needs. I'll be there, all that. But like, me as a person, I'm not into what you're into. At the time, me and her were doing. When I got out of prison, I had no identity, dude. Like, I couldn't get my social security number back on for fucking 9 months. So I had no proof to prove who I was. Because when I got out of prison, I didn't have it, and I knew my numbers.
Right.
But when I wrote them, they were inactive. Like, I was like fucking deceased.
for 9 months.
Okay.
I couldn't even get, like, remember when,
So what are you saying?
Trump sent everybody money?
Yeah,
I couldn't get that. I couldn't fucking get nothing. I couldn't even get on welfare if I wanted. Couldn't get anything.
Did you have a card?
No, I literally had shit.
Okay.
Like, I had nothing to prove who I was, except for my prison
ID.
Yeah. For 9 months.
So what happened? Did she get time? How much time did she get?
She ended up doing a little over a year.
So she had the baby in prison.
Yep, and they have the Mint program. They have the Mint program for the feds. And my son did his first 9 months in the feds.
Okay.
With her. She wouldn't give him to me and my mom. Me and my mom tried. We were literally on our way. And because I wouldn't be with her.
Right.
And, like, I'm not going to lie and pretend and fuck with her head and then fucking, redo that. Because, like, dude, we're total. I can't, dude. That's not good, dude. That would never be good.
But when you needed commissary money.
Well, no, this is different. This is my baby mom.
I understand.
Yeah.
I was saying you could have stayed with her and sent her commissary money and got the kid.
Me and my mom have helped her.
Right.
She don't have no family.
Okay.
So she has nobody, no family or anything.
So where's the kid?
With her.
In prison? Or just, no, she got out. She
got out. My son now is 5.
Okay.
But it goes into my content that I'm doing now.
Okay.
My Facebook content. Like, so I don't want to spoil shit with all that. That's like where I'm at right now. I have to tell the Florida shit with
So you had but you had a channel and everything, and then you went to prison, you lost the channel, you came back out, you just started another one.
Well, I had 2 channels when I was out.
Right.
I lost 2 channels, and then I lost another. So, yeah, 3.
Okay. So you just started again.
Yeah, this is the 4th platform that's monetized, and
Which one?
Facebook. I'm doing Facebook content right now.
Okay.
I have my YouTube up. I have all my platforms up at Cuzzo Costo. And my life story's up on all of them. But I haven't been doing anything with my YouTube. Like, it's over, it's like 1.1 thousand,
right,
whatever. But, like, all I did is just throw up old shit. So something's up there. And then I haven't messed with it. Because what I want to do is a podcast. So I don't want a bunch of random shit on my channel when I know what I want to do.
Right.
So I'm waiting to get my house. And
you haven't put your life story, the same life story you put on the other ones. You haven't put it on YouTube.
Yeah, it's up on YouTube, but it's unfinished.
Okay.
Like, it stops in the middle of my life, and I left it like that on the YouTube joint. All I was doing was, when I first got out, was trying to build all my platforms up, and then do what I wanted to do, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, and then you want to do a podcast, right? And what do you want the podcast to be?
I want to talk about, like, real events where it's back and forth with somebody, like, because I always feel 2 opinions is, like, better than just, your one shit, but, like, current event shit that is going on where it's your average Joe person talking about it. And something where you can also do, like, my lives, for some reason, I've always been good with lives.
Mm-hmm.
The interaction with people, I love it.
Hey, you guys, I appreciate you watching. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell so you get notified of videos just like this. Also, if you want to follow Cuzzo's content, we're going to leave the links to his social media and his YouTube channel and everything in the description box. You can go in the description box, click there, shoot over, follow him, and subscribe. Once again, I really do appreciate you guys watching. Thank you very much. See ya.